All in the Family stands as one of the most groundbreaking sitcoms in television history, celebrated for its bold storytelling, unforgettable characters, and unflinching take on social issues. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the iconic cast of All in the Family, revealing their real names, the ages they were when they joined the series, and how their lives and careers evolved beyond the show. We'll also remember the beloved stars we've lost and reflect on the legacy they left behind. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite All in the Family memories in the comments below. Let's revisit the laughs, the conflict, and the cultural impact of one of television's most influential families. Carol O'Connor was born on August 2nd, 1924, in New York City, and became one of television's most unforgettable figures through a blend of sharp wit and emotional depth. He was 47 when he took on the role that would define his career, delivering a performance both controversial and captivating. Raised in Queens and educated at the University of Montana and later in Ireland, O'Connor brought an unexpected intellect to a character known for his bluster. Behind the scenes, he was thoughtful, deeply committed to social issues, and a fierce advocate for his fellow actors. Later in life, he endured the devastating loss of his son, Hugh, which led him to champion drug awareness and reform with quiet determination. He continued working well into his 70s, always bringing nuance to even the most flawed roles. On June 21, 2001, he passed away from a heart attack at the age of 76. His legacy remains in the complex humanity he brought to every performance, equal parts humor, heartbreak, and hard-earned truth. Jean Stapleton was born on January 19, 1923, in Manhattan, New York, and became a beloved figure in American television by infusing warmth, grace, and quiet wisdom into every role. She was 48 when she took on the part that made her a household name, portraying a character both gentle and unexpectedly strong. Trained in theater, Jean spent years performing on stage and in regional productions before television brought her into the national spotlight. Off-screen, she was nothing like the naive persona she portrayed: sharp, independent, and deeply committed to the craft of acting. Despite her fame, she remained humble, often turning down roles that didn't align with her values. Later in her career, she returned to her theatrical roots, appearing in plays and character-driven films. She passed away peacefully on May 31, 2013, at the age of 90. Though known for one iconic role, Jean Stapleton's legacy lies in the dignity she brought to her work and the quiet strength she gave to generations of viewers. Bea Arthur was born on May 13, 1922, in Brooklyn, New York, and built a legendary career by blending razor-sharp wit with commanding presence. She was 50 when she took on the role that would cement her place in television history, delivering deadpan humor and fierce intelligence with effortless timing. Before rising to TV fame, Bea served in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, and later studied acting at the New School in New York, honing her craft on stage. Her deep voice and statuesque demeanor made her stand out, but it was her ability to balance sarcasm with vulnerability that truly connected with audiences. Off-screen, she was known for her privacy, loyalty to close friends, and passionate support for LGBTQ rights and animal welfare. Never one to seek the spotlight, she let her work speak for itself. Bea Arthur passed away on April 25, 2009, at the age of 86. Her legacy remains one of strength, intelligence, and fearless individuality, forever unmatched and unforgettable. Sherman Hemsley was born on February 1, 1938, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and rose to fame by turning bold charisma into an art form. He was 36 when he brought to life a character bursting with energy, attitude, and unexpected heart, forever changing how black men were seen on American television. Before his breakout, Sherman worked for the U.S. Postal Service while studying acting at night, honing his skills in theater and off-Broadway productions. His comedic timing and expressive style made him instantly memorable, but behind the scenes, he was shy, soft-spoken, and intensely private. He never married and lived quietly, dedicating himself to music and spiritual interests later in life. Though often typecast, Sherman embraced his most iconic role with pride, knowing its cultural impact ran deep. On July 24, 2012, he passed away from lung cancer at the age of 74. His legacy lives on in the laughter he sparked and the doors he helped open, proof that greatness can come with a strut, a smirk, and a whole lot of soul. Isabelle Sanford was born on August 29, 1917, in Harlem, New York, and became a trailblazer in television by bringing dignity and undeniable strength to every role she played. She was 57 when she stepped into the part that would make her the first Black woman to win a Primetime Emmy for Best Actress in a comedy, a groundbreaking achievement in an era of limited opportunities. Raised by a single mother, Isabelle pursued acting against the odds, performing in stage plays and community theater while raising a family. Her presence was both commanding and warm, able to deliver biting humor and heartfelt emotion in the same breath. Off-screen, she was grounded, gracious, and proud of her role in changing the landscape of television. Though fame came later in life, she handled it with humility and purpose. Isabelle passed away on July 9, 2004, at the age of 86. Her legacy endures as a symbol of perseverance, talent, and quiet revolution, an actress who helped redefine what was possible for women of color on screen. Mike Evans was born on November 3, 1949, in North Carolina, and became a familiar face on American television by portraying a character both intelligent and socially aware during a time of cultural change. He was just 22 when he landed the role that brought him national attention, offering a calm, thoughtful counterbalance to louder voices around him. A drama student at Los Angeles City College and later at UCLA, Mike brought authenticity and insight to his performances, but often drawing from his own experiences as a young Black man navigating a shifting America. Beyond acting, he was also a co-creator of Good Times, helping to shape one of the first sitcoms to center a Black family. Despite his early success, he remained relatively low profile in later years, choosing a quieter life away from the spotlight. On December 14, 2006, he passed away from throat cancer at the age of 57. Mike Evans left behind a legacy not just as an actor, but as a quiet force for representation and change in television history. Alan Melvin was born on February 18, 1923, in Kansas City, Missouri, and became one of television's most familiar character actors often recognized, even if not always named. He was 48 when he took on a recurring role that showcased his natural comedic timing and everyman charm, traits that defined much of his career. After serving in the Navy during World War II, Alan studied acting at Columbia University and gradually found his niche in television, appearing in a wide range of sitcoms throughout the 1950s to 1980s. Whether playing a gruff sergeant, a lovable sidekick, or a neighbor with a quick punchline, he brought warmth and relatability to each performance. Off-screen, he was known for his humility, professionalism, and long-lasting marriage to his wife, Amalia. He also voiced many beloved cartoon characters, adding to a legacy that quietly touched multiple generations. Alan Melvin passed away on January 17, 2008, at the age of 84. Though often in the background, his presence was unmistakable, an unsung hero of classic television comedy. Vincent Gardenia was born on January 7, 1920, in Ercolano, Italy, and raised in Brooklyn, New York, where his father ran an Italian-language theater troupe that gave Vincent his first taste of the stage. He was 51 when he brought a sharp mix of gruff humor and heartfelt realism to a role that endeared him to television audiences across the country. A gifted character actor, he moved seamlessly between film, stage, and TV, earning 2 Academy Award nominations and a Tony Award for his versatile performances. Known for playing tough but tender father figures, Vincent had a unique ability to humanize even the most hardened characters. Off-screen, he was private and deeply dedicated to his craft, working steadily for decades without chasing stardom. His career spanned over 40 years, marked by consistent excellence and understated charisma. On December 9, 1992, he died suddenly of a heart attack at age 72, just hours before a stage performance. His legacy lives on through roles that reflected everyday complexity, real, raw, and unmistakably human. Betty Garrett was born on May 23, 1919, in St. Joseph, Missouri, and became a beloved figure in both Hollywood musicals and television sitcoms, are known for her bright spirit, comic timing, and graceful presence. She was 57 when she returned to television in a role that reminded audiences of her charm and resilience. A trained performer from the Pasadena Playhouse and the neighborhood playhouse in New York, Betty first found success in the 1940s, starring in classic MGM musicals alongside Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly. Her rising film career was derailed in the 1950s due to her husband Larry Park's political blacklisting, but she never lost her love for the stage and kept performing in theater. When television came calling, she brought warmth and humor to every scene, often playing strong, supportive women with sharp comedic instincts. Off-screen, Betty was deeply committed to arts education and community theater. She passed away on February 12, 2011, at the age of 91. Her legacy is one of joy, perseverance, and a lifetime devoted to the magic of performance. Gloria Leroy was born on November 7, 1925, in Bucyrus, Ohio, and brought a bold, unforgettable flair to every role she played. She was in her late 40s when she captured audiences' attention with a character that was both flamboyant and full of heart, offering comic relief with impeccable timing and larger-than-life presence. Gloria came from a showbiz family and began her career as a nightclub performer and dancer before transitioning to stage and television. Her background in cabaret gave her performances a confident energy that lit up the screen, even in smaller roles. Though often cast for her physicality and comedic charm, she always found depth in her characters. Off camera, she was warm, gracious, and deeply proud of her work. Gloria continued acting well into her 80s, appearing in popular series and reminding viewers of her timeless appeal. She passed away on May 26, 2018, at the age of 92. Her legacy lives on through the laughter she sparked and the vivid spirit she brought to every scene. Billy Haylopp was born on February 11, 1920, in New York City, and rose to fame as a teenager as the tough-talking leader of the Dead End Kids, a role that defined his early Hollywood years. He was just 16 when he first gained national attention, portraying street-smart characters with grit and intensity that resonated during the Depression era. As a young actor, Billy's raw energy and natural presence made him a standout in films and radio dramas of the 1930s and 40s. But like many child stars, his transition into adult roles proved difficult. He served honorably in World War II and later struggled with personal and professional setbacks, including health issues and typecasting. In the 1970s, he found a second wave of recognition with a recurring television role that allowed him to reconnect with audiences, this time as a working-class everyman. Billy passed away on November 9, 1976, at the age of 56 from a heart attack. His legacy is that of a once fiery talent who found resilience, redemption, and quiet impact in his later years. Jason Wingreen was born on October 9, 1920, in Brooklyn, New York, and quietly built one of the most enduring careers in television history through steady work, versatility, and unmistakable voice talent. He was 54 when he took on a role that made him a recognizable face to millions, portraying a no-nonsense character with subtle humor and grounded realism. A founding member of New York's Circle in the Square Theater, Jason brought serious stage training to his screen work, appearing in dozens of classic TV shows from the 1950s through the 1980s. Though often seen in supporting roles, his consistency and professionalism earned him deep respect in the industry. Perhaps most famously, his voice was used uncredited for the original portrayal of Boba Fett in The Empire Strikes Back, adding to his quiet but powerful pop culture footprint. Off-screen, he lived a modest, private life, far removed from the spotlight. Jason Wingreen passed away on December 25, 2015, at the age of 95. His legacy is one of quiet mastery, proof that lasting impact doesn't always need the lead role. Rob Reiner portrayed Michael Meathead Stivic, the outspoken and often rebellious son-in-law whose frequent clashes with his conservative father-in-law created much of the show's humor and drama. He was 24 years old when he first took on the role in 1971. Now 78 years old, Reiner has enjoyed a diverse and successful career in the entertainment industry, not only as an actor but also as a highly regarded director and producer. He is especially known for directing cult classics like This Is Spinal Tap, The Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally. His portrayal of Michael brought a sharp, youthful energy and progressive voice that resonated with audiences during a time of cultural change. Beyond his work in film and television, Reiner remains active in political advocacy and social causes, maintaining his influence both on and off screen. Sally Struthers played Gloria Stivic, the kind-hearted and often idealistic daughter, whose emotional depth and spirited opinions added heart and balance to the family dynamic. She was 23 years old when she first stepped into the role in 1971. Now 77 years old, Struthers has had a long and varied career on stage and screen, earning 2 Emmy Awards for her performance. After her breakout success, she appeared in numerous television shows, voice roles in animation, and Broadway productions, showcasing her versatility and comedic timing. Off-screen, she became widely known for her humanitarian work, especially through her long-standing involvement with charitable organizations supporting children. Struthers brought a warmth and authenticity to her role that helped define the show's emotional core, and she remains a beloved figure whose legacy continues through both her artistic work and compassionate advocacy. Danielle Bree portrayed Stephanie Mills, the bright and resilient young niece who brought new life and emotional layers to the household in the later seasons. She was just 14 years old when she joined the cast in 1983, winning over audiences with her natural charm and mature performances. Now 56 years old, Bree transitioned from acting to music, where she found even greater success as a songwriter and producer. She co-wrote several hit songs, including Natasha Bedingfield's chart toppers Unwritten and Pocketful of Sunshine, earning Grammy and Oscar nominations along the way. Her journey from child star to acclaimed music creator is a rare example of lasting reinvention in the entertainment industry. Bree remains admired not only for her early work on screen, but for her powerful impact behind the scenes in modern pop music. Liz Torres joined the series in its final season as Teresa Betancourt, bringing wit, warmth, grace, and a refreshing energy as a caring nurse and love interest who challenged expectations. She was 30 years old when she took on the role in 1978, already an experienced performer with a strong background in comedy, music, and television. Now 77 years old, Torres has continued to build a respected career with standout roles in shows like Gilmore Girls and The John Larroquette Show, earning Emmy and Golden Globe nominations along the way. Known for her expressive humor and heartfelt performances, she has been a consistent presence on screen for decades. Beyond acting, she is admired for her advocacy and proud representation of Latina voices in Hollywood. With her distinctive voice, sharp timing, and undeniable presence, Torres has carved out a lasting legacy as a versatile and beloved performer. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this look back at the cast of All in the Family and the remarkable paths they followed beyond the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite Bunker family moments in the comments below. Until next time, take care and keep the laughter, lessons, and legacy of this unforgettable television family alive.